You have a Brooklyn Borough President, Eric Adams, who suggested that some of you were racist. Suggested that you didn't want people of color. See, every time you get on the number 7 train, you're surrounded by people of color. Get on the R train, N train, people of color. You can't escape in New York City, the big melting pot, people of color. And you have people of color who live in your neighborhoods, who invest, who have equity, who are raising their families, but don't want to diminish quality of life. What about the minorities, the Mandarin Chinese, who stood outside of the Pan Am Hotel and said no to the shelter? And then the shelter resident said, go back to China, learn English. And they were called racist. I didn't know you could be a minority and be racist against another minority. And let me finish with this, Eric Adams, and all of those who have demeaned you, and have tried to block you, and have tried to stereotype you. I stood outside of the Galaxy Motel on Pennsylvania Avenue in East New York. I stood with a man I despise, I loathe, I hate, Charles Barron. I know, I had to take a shower. I felt like impaling myself. He hates everything blue in a police uniform, as you know, and loves the Crips, the gang that wears blue. But he and his wife, Inez, were right with the residents of East New York, mostly black and Hispanic, who were protesting outside of the Galaxy Motel, 1-hour hot sheet motel that de Blasio was turning into a homeless shelter. They said no to people of color who are homeless. Are they racist? No! They're concerned about property rights, quality of life, and they're concerned about the diminishment of the quality of life issues like drugs, prostitution, pimping, and everything else that is an attack on their sensibilities. So if they're not racist, and you're not racist, and Bill de Blasio sits on his back porch at night smoking that Maui Wowie and Hindu Kush with his wife, I would suggest he's in a drug-induced psychosis. And it's now time for you to lead and have every other neighborhood follow in the city and in the suburbs. And let's give Bill de Blasio a badly needed political card. Thank you. One-term mayor!